You ever see a powerful new office tool that nobody on your team actually uses? Well, today we're digging into why. So many companies buy these amazing knowledge management systems, but they just sit there. What's going on? See, the thing is, it's not always the tool's fault. It's this one-size-fits-all approach we keep trying. And the research backs this up. Thinking one solution works for everyone? That's a recipe for failure.
Okay, so what is the secret then? It all comes down to something called the contingency perspective. Basically, it says there's no single best way to do things. The right path depends on the situation. So you gotta match your solution to your team's specific needs. Find the right key for the right lock. But what are the most important factors to look at? Well, research points to two really big ones. And those two factors are task uncertainty and task interdependence. Let's break them down. Task uncertainty is pretty straightforward. Is your work predictable, or are you constantly facing new problems? And interdependence? That's just about how much your team needs to rely on each other to get work done.
Okay, this is where it gets cool. When you put these two ideas together, you get a super useful framework.
So if the work is predictable and people work alone, you just need clear, standardized routines. Simple.
Now, if the work is still predictable, that people have to collaborate, then sharing info is key. What if the work is complex, but people are on their own? They don't need a database. They need an expert.
And for the trickiest combo, complex work that's highly collaborative, you gotta get people talking. That's it. You see the pattern here? You have to diagnose the task before you pick the solution.
So how can you actually use this for your team? Let's walk through a quick action plan. First, figure out what kind of tasks your team does. Then, see what you're currently doing and spot the gaps. So, take a hard look. Is your team actually using the right stuff for the job? It's worth thinking about.